Monday, dude. It's Twisty and the spit. It's Twisty and Toast, not the Spiz. Although we're all fucking spizzed up here because we got the mogul herself, Dr. Amanda, who I call the Kurt Signetti of chiropractic. Now, Amanda, are you in Miami today?
Actually in Detroit today.
All the days to be in Detroit.
We had an amazing Pistons game Saturday night. Wanted to be there. We're doing so well. It was fun to watch them just crush Indiana. I don't know why, but it was fun.
The Pistons are back. Dan, you're gonna miss the Indiana college football game, Miami versus Indiana tonight, and everyone's hopefully rooting for the Hoosiers. Melba, you and Amanda go way back. What's one thing you would say about Amanda as a human being and as a chiropractor? Give her some. What would you tell her if she wasn't listening?
What would I tell her if she wasn't listening?
What would you tell the world if she wasn't listening in?
Oh man, well, Amanda is just the kindest, biggest, hardest person on the planet, ever infinitely positive. And as a chiropractor, obviously very strategic and successful as a business owner, multiple practices, and has helped other doctors as well, which is super awesome. And you missed the third category, which is how much of a diva is Amanda Apfelblat. And she has the highest level of diva status because, as she will attest when we met, that the thing that sparked my interest in her was indeed her shoes.
This is a good story.
Well, tell me more.
She was walking by. I think it was my first time on the campus at Life University, and she was walking by, and I think I said, "Hey, nice shoes."
What shoes were they, Amanda?
They were a bright blue Manolo Blahnik. And I will never forget that moment. They were special royal blue, and I loved them. As soon as I was like, we should be friends. And that was it.
Then we were friends.
How girls become friends.
Over shoes. And there is no one more stylish and more mobile than Amanda. We're going to talk today about how she's helping docs out, but I got to jump right into something right away because it ain't going to be, it ain't Twisted Toast unless I'm pissed off about something. All right. Let's talk about female gurus out there that shouldn't be doing. Look, you can hate on me. We can do Am I the Asshole later on this.
No.
I want to do some ChiroMath breakdown on this. Someone sent me this ad from the Expanded Collective. I don't know who the fuck they are. I want everyone to be successful, but I also we're in an era now where we can go to ChatGPT and fucking do math, right? So 2025 recap for my 3 chiropractic clinics, 2.1 million in revenue. She doubled from last year. That's awesome. 27,000 patient visits, 135 new patients from 15 different sources. You should get 15 different sources. We can talk about that later. Want to learn my exact marketing strategy? No, I don't actually, because when we do the ChiroMath on this breaks down to, this is not even including wellness, Amanda. Like your head's priority going. Even just on the new patients, on the 2,700 visits, that's a $78 per visit average. On 2.1 million from 3 practices at just new patients, not including the wellness. I don't think there's wellness here. I'll tell you why in a second. That's $983 per patient. And did I lose you guys? No, huh? I didn't lose
No.
Oh, why did it say I stop recording? No, don't stop recording. Hold on. Oh.
Mine says it's still recording.
Okay. So we have, let me share my screen again. Where'd it go? Oh, it's just not working. The screen's not working. That's what happened.
I'm seeing your screen. Do you see a screen? I see 4 screens now.
Okay. Let me go back to that. So Amanda, I just want, the last thing here is at just new patients, 27,000 visits at 2,135 patients, 12.6 visits per patient. So I just call bullshit on this. And I want to bring in a real female empowerment leader on here. I'm not trying to knock this. Everyone's a fucking guru when they think they should be a guru. But dude, I mean, that just doesn't math the fuck out, right? Amanda, did that hit you there? Like that was
to see the breakdown specifically.
Well, if it's just new patients, I mean, I don't think they're keeping for wellness. And I mean, you got 3 clinics and congrats on doubling your clinic. But dude, you're doing $77 per average. I don't think you need to be touting your marketing strategy. Instead, I think you need to be looking at going to Kairomoguls and fixing your sales. So tell me, dude, I think there's probably clinics out there that you meet that feel like I'm killing it. And you look at numbers like $80 per office visit average, 13 PVA. I think that's killing it, but it's not, right?
No, I've gone into $1 million practices.
Right. So
Facts.
this is.
Golly. So I went back to that same one actually the next day, and I got a bunch of 12 by 12, or maybe they're 16-inch brick pavers. I got like 27 of them. They were all $1 a piece, which was awesome.
Hear us?
Yeah, yes, I can.
All right. I just said not fuck around Riverside now. All right. We're gonna piecemeal together. I want to come back to this question. Well, I'm gonna come back. So Melissa, did you have a great time at your estate sale? Did you know that she loves to do estate sales, Amanda?
Yes, I do.
Oh, she calls me on Saturday. She finds this old phone. So did you end up winning on Saturday in your opinion? Did you win the market?
Did I win? Yes, I feel like I won because of the pavers, because those could be very expensive. I did have to pick them all up. They weren't buried or anything. They were just laying on the ground, but I still had to load them and then unload them without damaging my vehicle or getting my clothes dirty.
And she has gifted me very beautiful Judaica items that she's found beautiful that I bring out at holidays. So,
well, let's go back to this. We were talking about retention being the core issue. Why do you think? Melvin made a great point. We were talking about like people will leave, people will die, but why are chiropractors sucking at keeping their people?
I'll tell you one thing: it's not because they're dying.
Okay, what's the reason?
2 a year, maybe 3. It happens at the process. We're losing patients because we suck.
All right, how do we not suck? Patients.
And it's worse if you have a group practice or you have associates, because at least if you're the owner and you have your student loan, maybe you're a little bit more in it, but I find that it is an absolute new era of associates, and you can pay $10,000 for training. So it's not your training. You're actually taking them to a professional third-party training.
They're going to close for Cairo. Let's just say.
Close for Cairo, yeah. And they will come back, and the second you're not looking, completely change everything. I've seen it in many practices.
And this is why people have hired you to come in who have taken clothes for Cairo and taken other sales training, but we prefer we're all C4C advocates here.
I love C4C. It gives you the tools.
But to keep the tools going, it's like saying, hey, I went to quarterback camp, right? I'll use that for sake of purposes today. I set my kid to quarterback camp, but they need to have a constant quarterback coach with them going through. And this is what you're doing, and this is what people are raving about. Give us a scoop on what you're doing and what you're offering out there right now.
Well, I'm definitely offering to come in and explode your practice. But what I've learned also with what you're talking about, like, I think there's 2 things out there right now that not only are so upsetting, but just so non-productive. First is just politics of chiropractic in general. Like, our big fight is to get a code covered. Are you serious? If you put that effort into taking care of your patients who should all be wellness and not need a code, but we're spending so much energy doing this. And guess what? They're going to add that code. Then they're going to say that if you do 2 codes, they're going to take half the fee from 1 code. It's like, who cares? Have your own practice, right? And then just chiropractors, all we do is argue about what chiropractic is. If we could get together and just sell chiropractic and let the world know about chiro, I don't care how you practice, if you get people well and people stay forever, that they're getting their wellness adjustments, be it once a month, twice a month, weekly, whatever it is for that patient. And doctors won't do it because they're scared to ask people to pay. That's it. If you want to know the truth, you're scared to ask people to pay. I went to an office. You ready for this?
Yeah.
So this is, again, a C4C doc, and I went through 2 practices, actually 3 practices. He's in 2 of the practices. In one of the practices, main doctor, totally practicing C4C, and they've been doing it like 6 years.
Yeah.
Other practice, I don't know what was going on. And that was what the doctor said. I don't know what's going on in the other practice. Doctor's been there years, not 1 year, not like he's starting it, years. So I literally audited the clinic. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you had an insurance plan with 60 visits. Well, you had 60 visits spread over the year, 25 years old. Now, medical necessity. Now, let's say you have 18 visits a year. You will have 18 spread over the year. Now let's say it's 20, you have 24 spread over the year. I mean, I wouldn't even know. I would have no idea how I was being managed as a patient. And then their exams. If you're billing insurance, you need to do, and I know people hate me for this, but I love the insurance companies. It gives you an opportunity to create a bigger practice. They are able to come in for pain,
I've been on this for years.
and then you just transition them.
Since we did Quest 7 shit in BDC, I always tell the truth about this. Like, dude, the reality was you were in Quest 7, Stacey Livingston was. Guess who all the moneymakers that were in Quest 7 that could afford Quest 7? The insurance-based practices. Like, it was no bullshit, right? It was just.
But here's the problem: doctors only want to do insurance, and then, but when you're not setting a care plan, when you're not saying, "I'm going to see you 3 times a week for 4 weeks. I'm going to see you 3 times a week for 12 weeks," whatever that is.
Right.
You don't go visit to visit. So this other practice had no calendars of appointments, week to week. No wonder the practice wasn't doing as well. Well, let me tell you, it's way different now. But
well, you went in there and changed things, and that's what I want to. I want to just tell everyone today, if you're listening. Look, that's why I started with gurus that are out there promoting these numbers that, like, it looks good because it's about new patients, and you guys get all fucking stoked and dicks hard about new patients. And yeah, I get it. Like, new patients rock, but you got to keep the ones that you get. if you don't, you're in constant just fucking hamster wheel.
So, Tristan, I find that when docs get to their progress exam, I've actually heard a doc say to another doctor, "Can you go shoot there?" You do a follow-up motion study. So it could be cervical or lumbar. On the cervical. And the other doc goes, lumbar. This doctor was the primary doctor of this patient and didn't even know their primary complaint by 36 visits. And no wonder they didn't follow through for wellness care.
Jesus, Melba, Melba, hey, guess who's getting into insurance? Well, at least last we talked a couple of weeks ago on our live. Melba's finally getting in. Melba, what's your thoughts? What's going through your head? What questions do you have? What are you thinking?
Oh, well, I agree about what I've observed to be the money scenario with, like, those outliers at 1%, because there's always going to be those people out there. But the richest doctors I've ever met have always taken the insurance. But I don't think that means, I think that there's probably people out there that don't know how to manage it very well, and they let insurance dictate what the visits are, or they let the patient believe that the insurance dictates what the visits are versus the doctor saying, "No, I'm the doctor. This is the plan that's going to get you better. Here's what insurance is most likely to cover. And if they don't, here's what it's going to cost," and then you just lay it out there. It's interesting what you say about some people just don't want to ask for money. I don't know I don't think that's just, like chiropractors, whatever. I think that's certain types of people in general. I think that some people never actually learned how to, dare I say, count back change. Take money, have exchange of money. I mean, to your point about like the new generation of associates, that I don't know what age group that falls into, but I do think just about the fact about how many people haven't actually had jobs before they get out of graduate school. They've never waited tables or freaking worked at a Dairy Queen or Taco Bell. Like, these are some of my first jobs. I worked at Taco Bell for a while, and it's like, and Dairy Queen and a pizza place. So yeah, and so you learn to make money. And I think also,
my dad made money as a chiropractor in the 80s, so I didn't have to. I was fucking with you guys. I had to work.
Mercedes 80s.
Get up on a stripper pole, learn how to get that money and deal with it that way. Take that money.
Hey, man.
That was never me, actually. I would have, I went to Parker, which was in the red light district in Dallas, and apparently there have been some students that have, there's some students that have been strippers there, but I never felt good about taking my clothes off for money.
Amanda, would you have stripped back in school?
No.
What? No.
But they had no student debt. They had no student debt.
Melissa, Melba, she's answered the question. She would have if she had to. Amanda's is no.
I wouldn't have. Well, maybe Melba would in her wigs and non-identifiable things.
I would have been a gigolo back if I had to cover my bills. I probably would have been going on dates with old men. They couldn't do anything with me, but I would have done. Hey, Amanda, all right. I want to ask you like some fun stuff before we leave for today. What are you excited about as we head into we're already in 2026? What's got you stoked and pumped up?
I am excited for myself, my practices, my clients, everybody this year. It's just it's weird out there. Keep your head down, keep laser focused, and grow your practice. I'm keeping down. It's crazy out there right now. I love my practice. I love my friends. Keep it focused. Don't worry about the politics. Don't worry about the insurance companies. Worry about advising the care. And I feel like this could be a huge growth even again for my practice this year, my practices. Just because it's crazy out there. No one's focused, and I'm laser focused.
Can we call on you to come on every once in a while, every couple of weeks, be one of our wacko jackos that comes on with us?
It would be my honor.
Okay. I want to spend more time with you and Melba together. We got to roll today because it's a quick one today, unfortunately, for you people out there. But before we leave, I just want to give you guys a scoop. Look, there's no one better I trust to come into your practice and blow it up and help you, especially if you're multi-site like she is, or multi-doc like she is. There's proof in the pudding, and